Hi everyone. Now I am going to talk about two topics. One is Power BI introduction, and one another one is Power BI architecture. Okay, let me go with first with Power BI introduction. What is Power BI? Power BI is a business intelligence tool where we can analyze, clean, and convert the data into a visualization format where we can create different reports and dashboards. Okay, and there are other BI tools available, like ClickView, Tableau, Cognos, and etc. Basically, BI tools are helpful for management to take better decisions by creating reports based on the data available. Okay, and why Power BI? It's an most important, it's an complete automation tool where we can perform automations by using some logics, and it's a friendly user. People over interest Power BI is increasing compare with other BI tools like Tableau, ClickView, and there are 1200 different functions like M functions and DAX functions in Power BI. And where in here we can create 280 approximately 280 visuals we can create in Power BI, which are not available in other Power BI tools. They are there, but they are not that much quantity. Okay, and what is data connectivity? Let's talk about data connectivity. It can connectivity means we are connecting to data, getting data. Okay, in Power BI we can get data from 100 different sources like SharePoint, Excel, CSV, SQL, OData, web. From different data sources we can get the data. Okay, and it can be either a structured format or semi-structured or the unstructured data. Okay, this is why Power BI have a great capability. And one more thing, Gartner chart. What is Gartner chart? First of all, what is Gartner company? Let's talk about Gartner company. Okay, it's a Gartner company which compares all BI products. Okay, in their recent reports, there are a lot of customers are using Power BI, and even it stand in the leader quantity. See, if you look at here, it stand in the leader quadrant in Gartner chart. Okay, and all of us know Power BI is a Microsoft tool, right? Okay, and why learning Power BI? Learning Power BI is an easy to use. For example, see, if we in when we use Excel, we have to write some different functions, right? And but in Power BI, it automatically suggests some functions. Okay, means when we try to create, it automatically suggests some default things. Okay, and we can even practice on the existing data available in our own computer. Okay, that's why it's easy to learn or to use. Okay, and when downloading and installing Power BI, okay, as I said, it's cheaper in price. If you search in a Google for a download Power BI, we kind of get once we let me show you uh, download Power BI. Download Power BI. And here, see, we have to use that function. See, here we kind of get this screen. In here we have 6 different tools available. Okay, 6 different tools. Let's talk about each one. Okay, and what is Microsoft Power BI Desktop? Now we are discussing more about Power BI Desktop only. Okay, here, as I said, here we can create based on the data we can create a lot of visualization reports. Okay, and what is download option and advanced download option? Coming to first download option, here we kind of get each in Power BI, it gives every month or updates. In download option, if we go for a download option, it automatically updates every month. But in advanced download option, it won't. We have to go and we have to update on manually. Okay, that is the main difference between download and advanced download option. Okay, let's come to Microsoft Power BI mobile. Okay, what is Power BI? It's an app. Basically, it's an app which allows us to view the reports where we created in Power BI desktop. Okay, we can view the reports by using this app. Okay, and what is Microsoft on-premises data gateway? Okay, it's a software. This is required to access the data situated on on-premises network. Okay, it kind of acts as a gatekeeper. It acts as a gatekeeper for the on-premises data sources. Okay, and if anyone need to access on-premises data from cloud or web-based app, the request go through this gateway app. Gateway, so understood, right? Let's come to personal mode and standard mode. What is personal mode? Personal mode, it works for one person use. It's not for the team. One person use is not for the team. And when you talk about a standard mode, when you want to work in a collaborative team, you need a standard mode. This is about gateway. Okay. On-premises data gateway. Let's talk about on-premises reporting with Power BI report server. Okay, what is this? When we use, see here, you kind of see deploy and distribute interactive Power BI reports and traditional peasant reports here within the boundaries of your organization firewall. What does that mean? Means it's a kind of a secured and closed firewall. That kind of companies they are working in closed firewall. So we can't work out of their firewall. For example, like some hospitals, they work in closed firewall because of security data security issues. They work in closed environment, so they kind of use this tool. Okay, and let's talk about Microsoft Power BI report builder. This one is also used by the big industries, and it's where they can see where they have to make lots of reports for printing and electronic distribution. They kind of people they use this Power BI report builder. First of all, why we need to know each and every option is because in Power BI developer, as a Power BI developer, when we take requirement, we need to know our limitations of our tool. Okay, if someone asks us to take 1,000 reports, we can't use this Microsoft Power BI desktop. We use only this one. So we need to know our limitations, what our tool is can do. Okay, that's why we need to know all these things. Let's go back to my assignment. Okay, and this is what Power BI introduction. Let's move to Power BI architecture. Let's see here. You can see data sources and Power BI desktop and Power BI gateway, Power BI services. It can access to mobile. I'll talk in a while. Just have a look at the picture. And coming to Power BI architecture. See, it's a easy way. You can understand very easily over here. See, in a from Power BI, we are using this tool, Power BI desktop, obviously. From there, we are connecting to data. We are connecting to data and we are publishing through our Power BI desktop by using the gateways by using the gateways, we are publishing our reports into the Power BI services. If we publish our reports into the Power BI services, we can uh, access all over the world by using the apps or desktop or tablets. Okay, this is basic structure of Power BI. This is basic architecture. Okay, let's talk about Power BI desktop. Okay, Power BI desktop. This is interface. Once we open Power BI desktop, this is how it looks. Power BI interface. Okay, here let's go to data, and this is Power BI interface. Okay, here you can see three options. See, this is called data view, this is called model view, and this is called report view. Okay, first let's talk about data view. Okay, in data view, what is data view? Data view helps you to inspect the data and explore and understand what's happening in the data. Okay, to understand the data in the desktop. Okay, first for that, what you need, you have to get the data. First you need to get the data. Okay, let's go. Let me show you an example how to get data. I already have some tables, but I am just showing you one way to get the data. Here I am using SharePoint services. Okay, SharePoint data. SharePoint is my database, so I am getting data from SharePoint. And to get that, I had to click SharePoint folder. Here I had to copy my SharePoint URL, the main URL. This is my SharePoint database. Here I'm copying URL. Yeah, until colon we have to copy, and I'm copying, and I'm pasting over here data view. Okay. And once we press OK, it's kind of fetching the data. See, whatever the data available in SharePoint, I can see over here. Okay, once you press, you have to press transform data. Don't use another options, just use transform data. Here I kind of see different tables. Okay, I already have different what I'm getting from Excel demo diving. That is the data what I want. Okay, and let's see what the customers regions and tables are there, and I will get first regions. Let me go back to PowerPoint. Let's get regions table. Okay, regions table. This is what the data. Okay, got it right? This is the data. Okay, this is here. Let's talk about what data is available. 1 second. Region. I already have customers, regions, and sales. Now I want to get another anything. You can get any data, but okay. And here I already got another region table where I can give another region 2 like as region 2 and 2, or I can delete and I can get another table also. Okay, and here I'm just showing an example how to get the data. Okay, after that we can create see for everything for means in our day-to-day format, day-to-day lives, companies they'll ask for when I on which day, on which date we got the orders, on which date, on what are the sales on particular date. They kind of ask these questions. We kind of get all those requirements. For that, we need dates table. Okay. For that date table, we don't have a date table over here, but we can create one. Okay. To create one, we have here we have to use mQuery. What is mQuery? It's a mashup query. Okay. Here we we can create a date table. How do we create? Let's go to data source and here click blank query. Once you click blank query, you can go to here, see in the advanced editor, you have to delete whatever it's there. And I have I'm going to copy paste my M code. Copy and paste and done. It creates a table, which here I know my sales table, the data is from 1 January 2009, and I want to know the end date. I want to get all the data which is available in other tables. So it's on December 2021. So okay, let's go back and here give 2019 to and 12 1 2021. Okay, I'm getting data. Fiscal year start month is January, and invoke. See, we will get whatever the date related. It creates all date functions. See, date, year, quarter, year, month, year. It creates everything. See, this is the fruit of means inquiry date table. We can create date table like this. Okay, and I am naming this as date table. Date table, and I am grouping them. Basically, yeah. I can name even for a better understanding. So all table stays in one place. So function stays in one place. So it's kind of for understanding purposes. Once you are done with creating the date tables, we have to apply close and step. Close and apply. See, we can see what's happening in the background. It's upload. The data is, you can see, creating connections, loading data. We can see whatever is happening in background. This is our table view. We can see the changes, right? Previously, it is customers, regions, sales only. Again, when I here there, I created regions 2 table and date table. See, now you can see date table. Let's see about date table. We can see all the data. This is called table view. Okay, let's move to model view. Okay, one more thing I have to talk about is Power Query Editor. See, once you open, let's go back. I want to see customers. I want to talk little about Power Query Editor. This is called Power Query Editor. And one more thing, M query can be created only in Power Query Editor. There are M functions and DAX functions. The DAX functions we can create in only model view. Means not in Power Query Editor. Yeah, in Power Query Editor we can do only M function. Okay, that is the main difference. And one more thing, here we can do a lot of transformations: choose columns, remove columns, keep rows, keep columns, and split columns. See, and one more thing, we can and Power BI is intelligent enough to clean our data. but we have to make sure that our data is in right format or not. Or sometimes our data can be shown in a decimal numbers, but we have to make sure that we obviously know that it's a whole number, and we have to make sure date is in date format and like that. Okay, and this is obviously everything, whatever. For example, if I take customers table, I feel that this is everything in a good shape. Okay, and here we can even perform some split columns, means if you want to, if we got data like and first name and last name in the same column. If we want to split first name and last name in different columns, we can kind of use the split column. See, if we let's assume Evan is a first name and Corp is a second name. See, first name and last name. We can do like this. Okay, this is one kind of data transformation. So and right now I don't want that, but let's go back. Okay, and close and apply, and see, this is what data view. Okay, let's go to model view. In model view, let me take another example for your understand what is model view. Okay, first of all, let's talk about data modeling. And data modeling is creating some meaningful relationships between different tables to get the right analysis. Why do you think we are not getting right analysis? Let's see, I have different tables, right? Here I did not have any relationships. Let's see a report. I already created one report. Let's see in the let's have a look at the report. See, here I created some table based on the customer name. What is their total sales? Okay, for example, see, 21st Limited is having the 154,000 sales. See, it's kind of acting weird. Everything is 154, 570, 154 million, right? No, this is not right analysis. That's why we need a proper relationship between tables. Okay, if you don't have proper relationship between tables, it won't be a proper data model. Okay, and why can't we can ask, why can't we merge customer table and product table, and why can't we get the data in a like that? We can think like that, but uh, see, to it's creating relationship. If we create relationship, it's kind of avoiding redundancy and duplicacy, which we kind of maintain separate tables, and this is also called a normalization. Okay, and data model and relationships based on keys. See, I have a keys. I'll talk in a while about the keys also. Okay, and let me show the data changing or not. Okay, to get the right analysis, we have to create relationships, right? Okay, let me create some relationship between customer ID to in sales table. I have customer ID from regions. I know this is a key, and I am creating relationship to the regions ID in the sales table. The product ID into product ID, I kind of created some relationship. Now, if you go back to the same report, see, we can see changes, right? It is giving right analysis now. Okay, this is why we need to create a relationships and a meaningful relationship. Then only we will get the right analysis. Okay, now here we are talking about fact table and dimension table. What is fact table? Okay, what is fact table? Fact table is the sales table. Means, why sales table? Fact table contains a granular data, and it contains transactional information. So let's go to table view and let's click sales. Here, if you see in this table, we can see a data which we can do, which holds metrics, total revenue, total cost, order quantity, see, unit price. Based on this, we can perform some transactions, okay, right? So that's why it is called a fact table. That data is called granular data, and that is also called a detailed data. And it have each transactional information about each sale. So that is called fact table. Let's go back to model view. Here, as I said, this is fact table. And customers, regions, products, dates, this is all dimensional table. Why dimensional table? Go back to table view and see customers. What is it having? It don't have granular data. We can't perform any transactions, right? It's just giving the information. So this is called dimension table. Now let's talk about primary key, fact table and dimension tables. Now let's talk about primary key and foreign key. In fact table, as you know, sales table is a fact table, right? In fact table, whatever unique key is called is a foreign key. In same dimensional table, the unique key is called primary key. For example, see, this key is not repeating, right? So this is unique ID. In a dimension table, that is called a primary key, and sales table means in fact table, that is called foreign key. Okay, let's move to star schema and snowflake schema. What is star schema? Now we know fact table, right? So a fact star schema means, first of all, Power BI works efficiently in star schema only. Why? What is star schema? In database, the structure of fact table is surrounded by dimensions tables. That's why it is a star schema. Okay. Now, if I talk about Snowflake schema, you will understand the difference. Okay. Now let's Snowflake schema means, for example, I am converting regions table into region 1 and region 2. Region 1 and region 2, right? And region 2 table is connected to region 1 table, and that region 1 table is connected to fact table. So then it is called Snowflake schema. And that means region 2 table data is connected to region 1, and region 1 is connected to sales table. Region 2 is not connected to sales table. If it is connected, it's again star schema. But if it's not connected, so that's why Snowflake schema. Okay. And let's talk about cardinality. What is cardinality? Cardinality is nothing but the distinct values of a particular column. Let's here in relationship, if you double click here, you can see we already know that we have a relationship. See, this is called cardinality. Many to one, one to one, one to many to many. Okay. One value of primary key, see, one value of a primary key can have many values of each foreign key. For example, see, let's take here many to one relationship, right? Let's means see, for example, let's go back to sales table. Okay, see. Here, let's look into this sales table. Here we sales, we have many values. We have many values which are connected to, let's look into product table, this single value. Understand? So this is called many to one relationship. Okay. And Power BI, it automatically detects and defines its cardinality. Once if we give a wrong relationship also, it kind of shows as an error. So it's defaultly it gives a right cardinality. Okay. And now let's move to active and inactive relationships. Okay, active relationship is called this one, which is dark line, is called active relationship. Let me create two relationships, inactive also. Okay, here in from date table I am kind of creating relationship to the, where is this, order date. Okay, and this is active relationships. And the same thing I want say maybe we can we need order dates. We kind of get the requirement for order dates. We can get the requirement for ship date also, right? So we can have two relationships, but one, only one can be one can be an active relationship. Let's see, we can, if we create another relations, it can come into dotted line. Okay, this is called inactive relationship. Why do we need, see, if we look into that, let's go to model report view. See, active and relationships. Here is just I have active and inactive relationships, right? Now if you look into this, see, in January 1st the sales is 90K, right? 90 millions, right? Now, if you go here and if you click and if you delete this relationship and make this as active relationship, see, January 1st is changed to January 5th. So this acted as a active relationship. So this is ship date. So ship date is different and order date is different. So we can have different relationships, two relationships, but one only one can be an active relationship. Okay, and let's move to directions. What is direction? See, let's see. Here, if you see direction, the product table and regions, customers, dimension tables are filtering the data of fact table. The product table is filtering sales table. Not sales table is not filtering product table. If you see this, the data is flowing in this, filtering is going in this way, not this way. Okay, let's show an example. Go to model view, directions. Okay, here I kind of I created on the based on the dates. Um, Based on the date, what are the total sales? Okay, and product table, I created a slicer based on the product table. So the data is flowing from product table to sales table. So if we see, if you click on product one, it is giving the right analysis. Okay, but if I go in, this is okay, this product ID usually into we never use a column from we can't use a column from fact table. Okay, uh, to get the analysis, but for our understanding two-way direction, I'm just made this. Okay, see, if the sales table, this product ID is from the sales table. This is here I kind of created a table what and product, what is the product ID and product name, and I can put okay, it's not giving a right analysis, it's not changing, you know. See why? Because the sales table is not filtering product table, that's why. If you want to see the changes here, if you cross filter direction, if I have both, now you can see the difference. Okay, let's see, sorry. See, it automatically changed. Product 6 have product ID and product name. We can see the difference, right? That is two-way direction. Okay. Now let's go down. This is about model view. Let's talk about, this is all about Power BI. Yeah, model view and report view. Okay. Yeah, and one more thing, actually, yeah, in report view, we can create, yeah, and model view is done. Now let's talk about report view. What is report view? As we saw a lot of reports just now, right? So this is called reports view. We can see a lot of reports based on the data. This is called report view. Here we can create. Here we use DAX functions. Okay, my bad. Previously I said DAX function we use in model view. No, in report view we use DAX functions. So in DAX functions, we can create calculated columns, calculated measures, calculated tables. Okay, and we can create some visualizations. And there are 250, approximately 250 visualizations are available. And we can do some aggregative functions and iterative functions. Means like max, like maximum, minimum, sum of the sales. And we can do a lot of things in the report view. Okay, and let's go back to our screen. And this is what data view, model view, and report view. Let's talk about Power BI gateway in architecture. Okay, Power BI gateway. And what is, as I said, Power BI gateway is an application which we can be installed in our local domain on any servers in the local domain. So, and it creates a pathway on your on-premises data to cloud-based apps. Okay, you don't need a gateway in all scenarios. Okay, when only if the data is located on premises, you need a gateway. But if it is online or cloud-based, you don't need it, because it's online. It's already in online, right? So we don't need it. Okay. And next, let's talk about Power BI services. Okay. Power BI services. After cleaning and visualization, after everything is done, we kind of create the reports, right? And we can share those reports via gateway in the services. So all across the world they can access those reports. Okay. And Power BI report server. What is Power BI report server? It's a same thing like Power BI desktop only, but it is hosted on premises or hosted cloud. Means it can be hosted on premises or hosted on cloud, but they kind of have their own firewalls, their own VMs. That's why it's a Power BI report server main difference. That's it. Okay. And another one is their updates can be done only 3 times in a year. See, January, May, and September. But in a Power BI desktop, it will be automatically done in every month. And Power BI desktop, they get latest features and fixes in the Power BI. But here they later pass on. And there are a lot of limitations of Power BI report server. And example, they can't create reports on browser and no dashboards, etc. Okay, this is all about architecture of Power BI. Okay, thank you everyone.